Indeed.
And get ready for this. Hours of porn watching, and you, yes, you are paying for it. An inspector general telling Congress that this is just the beginning of rampant workers' misconduct at the EPA.
The employee confessed to spending between 2 and 6 hours per day viewing pornography while at work.
How much pornography would it take for an EPA employee to lose their job?
There's a three-ring circus going on in EPA, and it's quite embarrassing.
The employee downloaded and viewed more than 7,000 pornographic files during duty hours.
Is it against the department policies to watch porn at your office?
It is.
Then fire them.
How many have been terminated?
None.
So this guy's making $120,000, spending 2 to 6 hours a day looking at porno. He received performance awards.
Yes, he did receive performance awards.
So what are you doing about it?
I am not personally doing anything about it.
That's the problem. When we have an employee who's looking at over 600 porn sites in a 4-day period, fire them.
And Congressman Mark Meadows joins us. Oh, brother.
You know, it's hard to believe. If it weren't so tragic, it would be funny. But, you know, we've got some 625 individual websites that were viewed in 4 days, and yet the guy is still working. I mean, you know,
and got a bonus?
And got a bonus on top of that. So how do you explain that to the American people? It's just mismanagement. But it's not only here, Greta. It's across the EPA. We heard testimony of people being paid for 5 years without showing up for work, and it's just really sad.
Well, you know, the thing that's distressed me that ABC's Jonathan Carl did a report on the SEC back in 2010, and I went back and looked at it. There was a senior attorney at SEC headquarters who spent up to 8 hours a day downloading and accessing porn. This was a lawyer. Meanwhile, they're not going after Bernie Madoff. They don't even know what he's up to at the time. But, I mean, are you sure it's just the EPA that's looking at porn and downloading it on our dime?
You know, we see so many things that are unfolding where the government fails to manage its people, and that's sad. But,
why can't you fire them?
You know, we need to fire them, and that was my question today, is how many have we fired out of all these people? The answer was 0.
How come? I mean, like, can't you fire these people? I mean, they're not doing their jobs. We don't pay them to look at porn.
Well, we don't, and the American people don't understand it. I don't understand that, and what we've got to do is figure out a way to penalize these managers.
How about
and
pass
say,
a law? You look at porn for 2 minutes, and you do anything but your job, and you're out.
You know, and if you look at the tapes of that interview, it went over and over of how they avoided the question on you know, how they should deal with this particular thing. You know, it talked 2 to 6 hours of viewing it. What it didn't say in that teaser is 2 to 6 hours every day since 2010. I mean, we're talking about years.
You know, I would bet you, I bet my right arm that every colleague who sits around this person and around anyone else knew about it and just looked the other way. I mean, I'm critical of any government worker who knew about that and didn't speak up.
Well, they didn't speak up, and really, I talked to my office today, and they said, you know, those kind of things can't go on unnoticed, and so we not only need whistleblowers on this kind of thing, but we also need to make sure that we hold them accountable and fire them.
Change the law, pass a law. You can do that really fast. I mean, the House, the Senate. I mean, I can't believe anyone in any party thinks it's okay to pay government workers to download porn on taxpayer time.
And I think we need to address it just like that.
Congressman, thanks. Nice to see you, sir.
Thanks, Greta.